5 WWE stars who need to move to NXT to save their careers. Ric Flair was stolen by chick traffickers. Shorts keep watching. WWE is on a hot streak, unlike any other organization in decades. The sports entertainment juggernaut is doing unmatched business, mainly due to Triple H's creative leadership. Paul Triple H Levesque took over the company's creative direction in 2022. Despite a brief interruption by Vince McMahon, the game has revitalized the product in many ways, and fans generally love how World Wrestling entertainment looks and feels today. Part of the revitalization has come from using wrestlers better almost across the board. Many are creatively more interesting and booked stronger than ever before. Unfortunately, this doesn't apply to everybody, and there have been some fumbles. This article will look at 5 stars from Raw and SmackDown who have struggled under Triple H and need to return to NXT for a reset. Their careers are in jeopardy in their current roles, but a reset in the developmental brand could save talented stars and make them more valuable in the future. Below are 5 WWE stars who need to move to NXT to save their careers. 5. Dragon Lee should be in a much stronger spot. Dragon Lee is a phenomenal wrestler. The former NXT North American champion is deceptively strong, unbelievably quick, and has strikes that few can match. As far as modern-day lucha stars go, he's as good as it gets. For some reason, Dragon Lee's brilliant push at the start of his WWE main roster run hasn't been kept up. He is rarely on television, and when he is, Lee is often at the losing end. While some of his absence can be explained away due to his wife being pregnant, it doesn't explain the faulty booking in general. If Triple H refuses to book Dragon Lee as a threat right now, he should return to NXT. There, he could potentially get a run as a main event, even possibly dethroning Obafemi for the NXT championship. This would save his run and maybe set him up for a big main roster push later. 4. Blair Davenport's push has stagnated. Blair Davenport has had an interesting run in WWE. She started her time in the promotion on the NXT UK brand after finding success in Japan and even All Elite Wrestling. She later moved to NXT, where she was a constant presence, albeit never a champion. Davenport was called up to WWE's main roster in the 2024 draft. Early on, she was booked pretty strong. She had introductory vignettes and a feud with Naomi. While some feel the match is underwhelmed, it was still a strong starting point. Unfortunately, Blair has barely been used for months now. If Triple H doesn't use her effectively, it might be best for Davenport to return to NXT. She could feud with the top talent there and maybe finally win a title, which could prepare her for a new run on the main roster later. 3. Katna Chance and 2. Kayden Carter. Both women should be booked as a bigger deal. Katana Chance and Kayden Carter are an incredibly athletic and entertaining duo currently signed to WWE Monday Night Raw. The two are former women's tag team champions, both on NXT and the main roster. Despite that, their booking has been hit or miss since the two were called up to WWE's main roster. This has been especially true for the past 6 months, as neither woman, either as a single star or collectively, has received much spotlight. A return to NXT might be the best way to correct that. They appeared recently and instantly got a better reaction from fans, which seemed like a bigger deal. At the rate they're going on Raw, they may end up as main event exclusive performers. Moving to NXT would be much better. 1. Giovanni Vinci is floundering on WWE's main roster under Triple H. Giovanni Vinci is perhaps the most underrated and underutilized wrestler in WWE today. He was a former Imperium member before Ludwig Kaiser betrayed him last year on Raw. The Italian star has since moved to SmackDown as a solo star. Vinci was the inspiration behind this list. For whatever reason, he is in an awful position in WWE. He reverted to his NXT gimmick and debuted it on SmackDown last September, only to lose for near record time twice to Apollo Crews. Since then, Vinci hasn't been used, and many believe that he is far too good for that. In fact, moving to NXT would not only save his career, but also help the developmental brand. He could be a top contender for an NXT title and make the men's singles division far stronger thanks to his unrivaled talent. The former Imperium member is too good to sit around to